How to keep a woman. Part 2. Why she makes love complex and how to win. Ever felt like you're navigating a labyrinth when it comes to understanding the woman in your life? Love isn't always simple, and women, with their unique emotional intelligence and past experiences, can sometimes make it feel like a puzzle. But what if we told you that understanding her complexities is the key to unlocking a deeper, more fulfilling connection? Get ready to unravel the mysteries of the female heart and discover how to win her love, as we delve into the art of seduction and the intricacies of female psychology. Number 1. The hidden scars, when past trauma haunts love's present. Imagine this. You're dating a woman who seems incredible on the surface, intelligent, beautiful, funny. But there are moments when she seems to pull away, react unexpectedly, or build walls around her heart that seem impossible to scale. It's like trying to embrace a ghost. You feel the connection one moment and the next it slips through your fingers. What's going on? The answer may lie in a place you haven't yet explored: her past. You see, unresolved trauma isn't just a concept from therapy sessions. It's a living force that can silently shape a woman's behavior in love. Think of it like an invisible scar. It may not be obvious at first glance, but it can cause pain and sensitivity that ripple through every aspect of her life, including your relationship. Maybe she flinches when you raise your voice, even in jest. Maybe she becomes distant after a seemingly minor disagreement. Or perhaps she struggles to trust you fully, even when you've given her no reason to doubt you. These aren't signs that she's difficult or overly sensitive. They're echoes of past wounds that still haven't healed. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, wisely observed, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In the context of love and trauma, this means that understanding the obstacle, the past pain, is the very path to overcoming it. It's about recognizing that her reactions, while sometimes challenging, are not directed at you personally, but rather at the ghosts she's still battling. So, what can you do when love collides with the shadows of past trauma? First and foremost, approach her with patience and empathy. Remember, she's not being difficult on purpose. She's struggling with wounds that may be deeper than you realize. Avoid dismissing her feelings or reactions. Instead, try to understand where they're coming from. This doesn't mean you have to be a therapist, but it does mean being a supportive partner who listens without judgment and offers comfort without trying to fix her. Encourage her to seek professional help if needed. Therapy can be a powerful tool for healing trauma, and your support in this process can mean the world to her. Show her that you're in this for the long haul, not just the easy times. Reassure her of your commitment through consistent actions and open communication. Let her know that you're there for her, no matter what. Understanding the impact of past trauma is crucial, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. In our next segment, we'll delve into another layer of complexity: the often misunderstood world of love languages. Get ready to discover how mismatched expressions of love can create rifts in even the strongest relationships. Stay tuned. Number 2. The puzzle of love languages: bridging emotional gaps. The concept of love languages has revolutionized relationships, providing a blueprint for understanding how we express and receive love. However, this blueprint can also complicate matters, particularly when partners speak different emotional dialects. Picture this. She cherishes acts of service, perhaps a surprise dinner after a long day, while you express love through physical touch, like a reassuring hug. When these languages mismatch, what's meant as an expression of love can be lost in translation, leaving feelings of neglect in its wake. Why do women often insist on specific forms of emotional expression? It's not necessarily about complicating love, but about seeking validation in a form they understand and appreciate. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, suggests that we often give love in the way we prefer to receive it, which might not align with our partner's preferences. This misalignment isn't just a minor hiccup. It can feel like speaking French in China, confusing, isolating, and often fruitless. Consider the Stoic idea presented by Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Applying this to love languages, the emphasis shifts to listening, really understanding, not just how your partner expresses love, but why it's important to her. This understanding can illuminate her emotional needs in a way that redefines your approach to expressing affection. Now, how do you navigate this without turning your relationship into an emotional Tower of Babel? First, openly discuss your love languages. This isn't just about acknowledging that you speak different languages. It's about learning to be fluent in hers as she strives to be in yours. When she expresses love in a specific way, recognize the intention behind the action. If she prepares a meal, an act of service, understand it as her saying, "I love you," even if you'd prefer she said it with a hug. Moreover, diversifying how you express love can be like adding new tools to your relationship toolkit. If she values quality time, plan a day just for the 2 of you, even if your default might be buying her gifts. Each step towards her preferred expression of love is a step towards deeper intimacy. Finally, remember that emotional expression is not about conforming to an ideal, but about creating a balanced dialogue of affection. It's not just about meeting her in the middle, but about celebrating the journey towards each other. As Marcus Aurelius advised, very often it's the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. In the dance of love, these small, understanding steps can harmonize differing emotional expressions into a melody that resonates with both your hearts. Before we jump into the next lesson, here's a shocking stat. 98% of viewers don't leave comments or hit the like button. If you found lesson number 2 helpful, drop a comment saying useful and smash that like button to show your support. We truly appreciate you. Number 2, Decoding Silence, the art of direct communication in relationships. In the labyrinth of love, indirect communication can be one of the most challenging puzzles. It's like a quiet game of emotional charades, where one partner is gesturing wildly and the other is squinting in confusion. This style of communication is common among women, who might drop subtle hints about their needs or desires, expecting their partners to decipher them like some ancient script. The trouble starts when these cryptic messages go undecoded, leading to feelings of neglect and frustration. Why do women often communicate this way? It's not just a cultural artifact. It's also rooted in the fear of being too demanding or confrontational. Many women are socialized to believe that directness can be off-putting, so they lean on subtlety instead. Seneca aptly noted, "Our plans miscarry because they have no aim." When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind. This sentiment perfectly encapsulates the issue with indirect communication. Without clear direction, it's hard to reach your desired destination in a relationship. The solution? Foster an environment of open dialogue. Encourage your partner to express her needs and desires directly, reassuring her that her voice is not only heard, but valued. This starts with you. When you sense she's hinting at something, don't ignore it or hope it'll resolve itself. Ask her outright. "It seems like something's on your mind. What do you need from me right now?" This approach not only clarifies her intentions, but also deepens your connection by showing genuine care for her feelings. Moreover, practicing direct communication yourself can set a powerful example. Instead of expecting her to guess your needs, express them clearly. This mutual straightforwardness can transform your interactions, making your relationship a no-guessing zone where both partners feel secure and understood. In this dance of dialogue, remember that every direct question or answer is a step toward a stronger, more transparent relationship. Embrace these moments not as confrontations but as opportunities to forge a deeper bond. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Choose to react with openness and clarity, and watch how it revolutionizes your relationship dynamics. In conclusion, unraveling the knots of indirect communication by fostering directness can liberate both partners from the confines of unspoken expectations. It's about creating a relationship where love is expressed not just through emotions, but through clear, compassionate conversations. By doing so, you not only meet each other's needs more effectively, but also build a foundation of trust and understanding that can withstand the trials of any relationship. Number 3. The trust trials. Understanding emotional tests and validation. Emotional tests can often surface as a method for some women to gauge the depth and resilience of their partner's commitment. This might manifest as scenarios crafted to test loyalty or repetitive inquiries about their partner's feelings, creating a cycle that can strain the emotional fabric of the relationship. While these behaviors are rooted in a desire for reassurance, they can inadvertently lead to exhaustion and doubt, complicating the bond rather than strengthening it. Why do some women feel the need to conduct these emotional tests? Often, it stems from insecurities or past experiences where trust was breached. These tests, therefore, are less about the partner and more about seeking security in an uncertain emotional landscape. Seneca's insights resonate deeply here, as he suggested, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." In the context of emotional tests, kindness comes through understanding and reassurance, not judgment. To navigate this delicate aspect of a relationship, providing consistent and genuine reassurance is key. Regular affirmations of your commitment can alleviate the perceived need for tests, fostering a more stable and trusting environment. It's about showing through words and actions that your partner is valued and loved, which can gradually diminish the frequency and intensity of these tests. However, while reassurance is crucial, it's equally important to set healthy boundaries. If emotional testing becomes too frequent or intense, it's appropriate to address this gently but firmly. Discuss how trust is a mutual venture, built and maintained over time through consistent actions and honesty, not through repeated testing. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" This reflection is valuable, as it encourages a perspective of empathy rather than frustration when addressing the issue of emotional tests. Navigating the terrain of emotional tests and validation requires a balanced approach of reassurance and boundary setting. By providing consistent support and understanding the root of these behaviors, you can help build a foundation of trust that makes such tests unnecessary. At the same time, establishing boundaries helps maintain a healthy relationship dynamic, ensuring that both partners feel secure and respected. This approach not only strengthens the bond, but also promotes a deeper understanding and empathy within the relationship. Number 4. Embracing the waves. Navigating emotional complexity and ambiguity. Navigating a relationship where emotional signals are as fluctuating as the stock market can feel bewildering. One moment, she's an open book longing for closeness. The next, she's a closed chapter seeking solitude. This emotional complexity and ambiguity can confound even the most attentive partners, making it difficult to discern the appropriate level of support or independence needed at any given time. Why does this happen? Emotional complexity isn't just a facet of personality, it's woven into the human condition. Women, in particular, may experience and express a broader spectrum of emotional needs, influenced by both intrinsic factors and external pressures. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This acceptance is crucial in relationships, especially when faced with the shifting sands of emotional needs. The key to managing this complexity lies in active engagement and communication. Instead of retreating in confusion when she sends mixed signals, step forward with open-ended questions that encourage dialogue. When you notice a shift in her mood or behavior, gently inquire, "You seem a bit different today. How can I best support you right now?" This not only shows that you're paying attention, but also that you're committed to understanding and meeting her where she's at, emotionally. Moreover, recognizing that emotional needs are not static but dynamic can transform how you approach your relationship. Just as the weather changes, so too can emotional climates. Today's need for closeness might become tomorrow's need for space. Navigating this effectively requires flexibility and a deep well of patience. Embracing this variability rather than resisting it can foster a deeper connection and resilience in your relationship. Furthermore, practice empathy by putting yourself in her shoes. Try to understand the possible reasons behind her emotional fluctuations, be it stress, personal challenges, or unmet expectations. Understanding doesn't always mean fixing. Sometimes it means just being there, offering a steady presence in the whirlwind of her emotions. In conclusion, navigating emotional complexity and ambiguity doesn't require a map. It requires a compass. Your compass in this journey should be your commitment to understand and adapt, guided by patience and empathy. By acknowledging the fluid nature of emotional needs and responding with sensitivity, you not only strengthen your bond, but also build a foundation of mutual respect and understanding that transcends the ebbs and flows of emotional tides. Number 5. The Fortress of Solitude. Overcoming the fear of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a risk, a door left ajar that might let in more pain than love. This fear of emotional exposure is particularly poignant in relationships where past hurts loom large, leading many women to construct formidable barriers around their hearts. These walls, while meant to protect, often isolate, creating a chasm between partners that can seem insurmountable. Why do some women guard their hearts so fiercely? It stems from a primal fear of being wounded again. They've likely been let down before, and the fortress they build is their way of ensuring it doesn't happen again. But, as Seneca the Younger wisely stated, "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." This preemptive suffering, building walls before they're needed, can prevent the very intimacy and connection that are essential for a fulfilling relationship. The task then for anyone loving a guarded heart is to create an environment so safe that those walls aren't necessary. Start by fostering a space where feelings are respected and vulnerability is met with empathy, not judgment. Encourage open communication, and when she does share, listen intently. Show her that her fears and feelings are valid, but that they don't have to dictate her ability to connect. Moreover, it's important to understand that vulnerability doesn't come easily to everyone. Patience is your greatest ally here. It's about giving her the time she needs to gradually lower her guard. Each small act of understanding, each moment of unconditional support, can be a brick removed from her emotional barriers. Encourage small steps towards openness by sharing your own vulnerabilities. This reciprocity can demonstrate that being vulnerable isn't a sign of weakness, but a strength that can lead to deeper emotional connections. Remember, vulnerability is a two-way street. It requires give and take from both partners. In conclusion, addressing the fear of vulnerability is about much more than waiting for her to open up. It's about actively creating a foundation of trust, respect, and safety. It's about showing her that the world inside her fortress can be just as warm and loving as the one outside it. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own, for what could be more fitting? By embracing vulnerability, you invite a deeper, more authentic connection, turning protective shields into welcoming gates. Number 6. Breaking the mold. Navigating societal expectations in relationships. The invisible threads of societal expectations weave a complex tapestry around how women are supposed to act in relationships. These norms can be stifling, dictating behaviors that often do not align with a woman's true self. From playing hard to get to minimizing their own needs, women may find themselves performing roles that satisfy societal scripts rather than fostering genuine connections. This performance, while aimed at adhering to perceived standards, can create layers of confusion and conflict in relationships. Why do these societal pressures wield such power? They are ingrained from an early age and reinforced by media, culture, and sometimes even by those closest to us. These expectations act as a sort of script that women feel compelled to follow, fearing judgment or rejection if they deviate. Epictetus, echoing the Stoic disregard for external approval, advises, "If you wish to be loved, love." This simple yet profound guidance suggests that authenticity in love, rather than conformity to external standards, fosters deeper and more meaningful relationships. The challenge then is to encourage your partner to shed these imposed roles and to embrace her true self. This begins with creating a supportive environment where she feels safe to express her genuine thoughts, feelings, and desires without fear of judgment. Validate her experiences and feelings, showing that you value her for who she is, not for who society thinks she should be. Moreover, it's important to actively resist reinforcing these societal expectations. If she feels pressured to act in a certain way, discuss these pressures openly and question their validity together. This can help dismantle the power these societal norms hold over her actions and decisions in the relationship. Encourage her to explore and express her true self, supporting her decisions even when they go against conventional wisdom. For instance, if she chooses to be upfront about her feelings instead of playing hard to get, commend her honesty. This not only strengthens the relationship, but also empowers her to act in accordance with her own values and desires. In conclusion, navigating societal pressures in relationships requires a conscious effort to prioritize authenticity over conformity. By fostering an environment of acceptance and support, and by encouraging open discussions about the impact of these pressures, you can help build a relationship that thrives on genuine connection rather than societal expectation. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. In this context, the best response to societal pressures is to live and love authentically, celebrating the unique individuality of your partner. Number 7. Navigating the mental maze of overthinking in relationships. Let's talk about overthinking, a common snag in the fabric of romantic relationships. Picture your mind as a room where every corner whispers a different "what if?" In relationships, especially for many women, this room gets crowded quickly with fears and hypotheticals, each one spinning a more dramatic scenario than the last. It's like having a mental browser with countless tabs open, each tab an unfolding drama of doubt and misinterpretation. Imagine this. You send a text later than usual. To you, it's a small delay caused by a busy day. To her, it might unfold into a silent movie of neglect or dwindling interest. It isn't just about a late reply, it's the stories built around it. These aren't mere thoughts, they are potential traps that can spiral a day's slight hiccup into a full-blown emotional ordeal. The key to tackling this isn't just about reassuring her with a quick, "Hey, I got held up at work," though that helps. It's about fostering an environment where overthinking isn't the go-to response. This means encouraging open communication, where fears and worries can be aired out and addressed directly. It's about creating a relationship where questions like, "Hey, I felt a bit uneasy when you didn't reply. What happened?" are not just accepted, but welcomed. But why do these whirlwinds of overthinking happen? Often, they stem from past experiences or deep-seated anxieties about being adequate, loved, or simply kept in the loop. Each delayed message or unexplained absence isn't just a singular event. It's seen as part of a pattern, real or imagined. Here's where direct communication is a game changer. Encourage her, gently, to express her concerns as they arise. It's not about accusing, but understanding. This can transform potential conflicts from guessing games into opportunities for strengthening trust. It shifts the focus from what's going wrong to how things can be made right. Moreover, it's crucial to remind her, and yourself, to focus on the positive aspects of your relationship. Reinforce the good and the stable. Highlight moments of joy and connection, rather than letting the mind linger on hypothetical negatives. Encourage a habit where positive interactions are noted and cherished, creating a buffer against the occasional uncertainties of life. By addressing overthinking head-on, by fostering open dialogue and mutual reassurance, you not only navigate through current misunderstandings, but also fortify your relationship against future storms. It turns the mental maze of overthinking into a straightforward path of clear communication, where each step is taken together, hand in hand. This isn't just about avoiding misunderstandings, it's about building a partnership where transparency and trust lead the way, clearing the fog of doubts and nurturing a relationship that stands strong amidst the chaos of life. Number 8. High emotional intelligence. Navigating the intricacies. When we talk about why women often make love seem complicated, we must consider one fundamental aspect: their high emotional intelligence. Women are generally more attuned to subtle emotional cues and dynamics than men. This heightened sensitivity, while a strength, can sometimes lead to overanalysis or misinterpretation of actions and words. It's not uncommon for a woman to read too much into your tone of voice or body language, interpreting neutral actions as signs of deeper issues. This can create a maze of emotions and misunderstandings that might seem perplexing. Imagine this scenario. You come home from work, exhausted, and your responses are curt. You're not upset with her, you're just tired. But she picks up on your lack of enthusiasm and starts to worry. Is something wrong? Did she do something to upset you? This heightened sensitivity can turn a simple, tired response into a full-blown relationship issue. It's not about complicating love, but about being wired to notice and react to emotional nuances. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Understanding this Stoic principle can help you navigate these complexities. Your reaction to her concerns is crucial. Instead of dismissing her worries as overreactions, acknowledge her feelings and reassure her. This approach doesn't just pacify her concerns, but strengthens your emotional connection. Let's delve deeper. Women's high emotional intelligence means they can perceive a myriad of emotional signals. A change in your usual behavior, a different tone in your voice, or a fleeting expression on your face can all be picked up and analyzed. This sensitivity is like a finely tuned instrument, capable of detecting even the subtlest notes. But this can also lead to misinterpretation. A neutral action on your part might be seen as a sign of something significant, causing unnecessary worry or confusion. Consider this. You're deep in thought, perhaps worried about work, and she asks if everything is okay. You're distracted, "Yeah, I'm fine," might be read as evasive or uncaring. She might think you're hiding something or not sharing your true feelings. To her, this lack of communication might signal a deeper issue in the relationship. It's a classic case of overanalysis due to high emotional intelligence. So, what's the solution? First, be mindful of your non-verbal communication. Your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice all convey messages. Strive for consistency in your words and actions. If you're tired or preoccupied, let her know. A simple, "I've had a tough day and need some quiet time," can prevent a lot of unnecessary worry. When misunderstandings arise, address them calmly. Don't dismiss her feelings as irrational or overly sensitive. Instead, clarify your intentions. If she's misinterpreted your actions, explain what you meant. This doesn't just resolve the immediate issue but builds trust and understanding. Regularly checking in with each other emotionally ensures you're both on the same page. Ask her how she's feeling and share your feelings too. This mutual exchange fosters a deeper emotional connection. So we're done exploring the art of seduction and understanding the complex nature of love. In mastering these intricacies of female psychology, embracing patience, empathy, and open communication is paramount. By doing so, you can navigate the emotional labyrinth and foster a deeper, more fulfilling connection with the woman in your life. Remember, the journey to winning her love is not about unraveling a puzzle, but about building a relationship rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Thank you for taking the time to explore these insights and strategies. Your commitment to improving your relationships is commendable, and I hope this guide has provided you with valuable tools to navigate the complexities of love. By applying these principles, you can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and create a bond that stands the test of time. Thank you for your dedication, and may your journey toward deeper connections be rewarding and enriching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and strategies.